Chris, what are we cooking today?
Today, we're gonna sear off a marinated #1 grade Yellowfin Ahi Tuna. Hi, Chris Weitzel, owner of Chris Produce and Seafood, here today with my wife, Holly. Today, we're going to be grilling Yellowfin #1 grade Ahi Tuna. We're gonna throw a little marinade on it, which Holly's gonna go through. I'm gonna show you how quick you can grill this and have an amazing, delicious Yellowfin Ahi Tuna meal.
Okay, so to start, we're going to use about a quarter cup of rice wine vinegar, and I've put that in a bowl with a sprinkle of some dried chilies just to give it a little heat. Now you can also add a little sambal if you want. It's a garlic chili paste. That's also really good. I just used chili flakes today. And then I'm going to go in with 2 tablespoons of a bunch of things. So 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, or you can use ponzu, it's also really good. We have 2 tablespoons of honey, and we use the local honey from our Woodstock Farmers Market. We love them very much.
They have a really good cinnamon infused honey as well.
It's called, what is it, the Great Canadian Honey?
The Great Canadian Honey Company.
Yes, so good. Okay, so I have 2 tablespoons of honey, 2 tablespoons of soy or ponzu, and then 2 tablespoons of my favorite, and you don't have to add this much because it is really powerful, but I really love the flavor of it. So 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, and I'm going to give that a whirl. And then we have some neutral oil, and I had about a quarter cup of neutral. You can use avocado oil, vegetable oil, whatever you'd like to use, safflower, and we're just going to whisk that in. And then I have about an inch of fresh grated garlic.
Ginger.
I lied. It's ginger. An inch of grated ginger. And I keep this in my freezer all the time, so I have it. It keeps fresh, and I don't peel it. You can use the back of a spoon and you can peel it. I just take my microplane and just grate an inch off like that. And you can do it right from frozen, so it's very user friendly. So I'm gonna pop that ginger in there. And then I also have about 2 cloves of garlic. So I'm just gonna pop that in there. Okay. And then to that, we are going to add about, I love sriracha. It depends how hot you like it. So I'm gonna add about a good teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of sriracha sauce. And then, because I just love the flavor, I'm gonna add a garlic hoisin sauce, about a tablespoon of garlic hoisin. Now, this is a lot of marinade, and it's really quite flavorful. So I'm gonna take half of it out, because this also makes a really great salad dressing. So I'm gonna do like a shredded cabbage salad at the end, and then I'm gonna add some fresh veggies with it. So I don't wanna waste all this marinade solely on the tuna. So I'm gonna give this a good nice whisk, and then I'm gonna put half of it in a container to make my salad dressing, and the other half I am going to take my tuna and marinate that. So I'm actually gonna put it in a marinade bag, which makes it a little easier. So I'm just gonna I could have done that first, but I just like to sit it in there. Now, this is gonna sit for about 30 minutes. So after it sits, you could just cut it up and eat it raw, because this is sushi grade, so it is ready to eat raw. But what we're gonna do today is we're going to just pat some sesame seeds in it and throw it on a hot grill. See you back in half an hour.
All right, we're back 30 minutes later. At least to marinate this, you can go up to a couple hours, but I would definitely not marinate ahi tuna overnight. Especially with the sesame oil, it gets to be a little overpowering. So what we're gonna do, take this beautiful piece of meat. We're gonna get some black.
Now you can also use black and white. You can mix up the sesame seeds. It kind of gives it that tuxedo look. We're gonna use black just because I love the color. It looks really nice.
Got to remember, this is going to get sliced, so if you miss a little spot, it's not the end of the world. I push that down. And remember, anytime you're barbecuing or grilling your fish, I'm going in for a second. And then listen. That's what you want to hear. And I'm actually going to count in my head to about 45 seconds to a minute. And again, this grill is hot. This is as hot as it goes, so it's going to hit about 500, 550. And this tuna right now comes from the Philippines. So tuna, I don't know if you ever watched a TV show called Wicked Tuna, but it's on Discovery Plus. And that gives you an idea of how elusive and how tough it is to catch these fish. It's one of our favorite shows. Our little daughter, Mara, she just cannot believe that it takes so long to catch the fish, Daddy.
And it's so big. It's
so
a really big fish.
But yeah, hopefully it's going to be about a minute there. Going to give that a press. It is. See how it moves?
And if you lose some of the sesame seeds, don't stress. You can add them at the end. It does just give it a nice crunch.
At the end of the day, you really only need one nice side. We're going to shut that for another minute. Now, anytime that I do any type of grilling, it takes me back to when I first started watching any type of cooking show, and it was Robert Rainford back in his backyard with the kidney-shaped pool. The guy had 2 or 3 barbecues and a smoker or 2 going, and it just makes me think that this is what I'm doing now. And I never would have thought about 15 years ago that I'd be the one now doing a video, and it just reminds me of Robert Rainford. So thanks, Bobby. And we're looking for beautiful hash marks on our grill.
Now before you cut that, you're going to want to let it rest. Top it with some green onion. And that dressing, that marinade that you set aside to make a salad with, that's perfect to make a side chopped salad. So you can also serve it with that.
So there you go. Gonna let that cool, then we're gonna slice it and show you exactly what we mean by in the middle with a bit of white, red, white, delicious.